Elections are just by-elections rather are around the corner. We have a new IBC. The commission has been constituted, and they have a lot of work ahead of them. And one of it is about 20 or so by-elections that they need to conduct before 2027, and it's going to be a litmus test for them. Anyway, this is Radio Generation, the People's Breakfast. My name is Mungala Mbuvi. Niko naye Patricia Wayoa hapa. Lakini kwenye studio pia tuko naye mtu ambaye anagombea kiti cha MCA. Kwa Kiswahili MCA ni nini? Wewe ndio Mswahili, hebu niambie.
Si mwakilishi wa wodi.
Mwakilishi wa wodi. Haya, tuko naye hapa mwakilishi wa wodi ambaye pia alikuanga katika hiyo kazi kitambo, alafu kidogo kidogo akaiondokea, lakini sasa amerudi na anasema yuko tayari kupambana na the what are they called, the responsibilities of that particular office. So let me allow him to introduce himself, ndio tusishinde tukimuongelelea na anaweza jiongelelea. I'm talking about Paul Martine Ochieng Ouma. He is an aspirant for MCA in Kariobangi North. Karibu tena sana to Radio Generation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mbuvi.
Yes. Paul Martine. Yes. I like this the way you're writing this Martine, or is it Martine?
Martine.
Oh, it's Martine.
Martine. It's a unicorn, but it's Martine.
Oh, really? Yeah. Where did you adopt it from?
He is
ama ni wazazi walikupatia?
Wazazi ndio walinipatia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Karibu sana Paul.
Thank you much.
Let's get right into it. You want to vie for MCA?
I want to vie for an MCA seat.
Okay.
In Kariobangi North Ward.
Yes. But you were an MCA before?
Yes, in the overwhelmingly voted for me in 2013.
All right.
Yes,
so 2013 to 2017?
2017, I think.
Ulikuwa pa county?
I represented them during the Kidero's era. I was with Kidero as the governor.
Yes.
Yes.
So you were the first MCA?
Of course.
For Kariobangi North?
For the ODM.
Yes.
ODM Kariobangi North.
Good.
Yes.
Congratulations. Yeah. And now you want to vie in the by-election?
I want to vie in this by-election because let's rest well my brother Joel Munuve, who passed on tragically, but let him rest well. So I want to vie for that seat so that I can represent the area.
Which you held before.
Yep.
Why did you leave office? Because in 2017 you didn't vie.
I didn't vie in 2017. I think in politics there are a lot of things.
Okay.
But I think in 2017 I just decided to have a rest.
To rest.
Just to have a rest.
And now you're well rested.
Of course.
So
I'm just interested to understand, because if you say now you had left the game and you're coming back, I would want to understand maybe why do you think now you're ready to serve the people of
Kariobangi North?
Why do you think, and maybe some of the things that you did in 20 is it
2013 to 2017?
Yes. Yes, I think as we speak now, Joel Munube set a standard. There's a standard that the guy has set in Kariobangi.
All right.
Because I see a situation where Kariobangi needs somebody who's mature, somebody who is ready to serve them 24/7. And if I look at my area,
all right,
Kariobangi as a ward, I think there's some things that we are supposed to do as a people. And if they give me that opportunity to serve them, I think I'll do better than what Munuve did.
Okay.
Because now, in 2013, I was somehow young, but now I'm mature. I'm ready to serve them.
Uko tayari sasa?
Yeah, niko tayari kabisa.
Good for you, and we wish you all the best as far as that is concerned.
Yes.
But now we have a new IBC ambao wako tayari ku run this by elections. I don't know, do you have any do you have any reservations as to, number one, how it was constituted, and number two, are you confident that they will deliver free and fair elections in the by-elections that are supposed to be held in Kariobangi North?
I think this goes with a matter of trust, and not only trust, because I think in Kenya it has been IBC system immemorial. But I think now what we need to do is that we need to have trust on them. Because for the by-election that's going to be conducted, possibly if they give us a date for this year, I think it's an acid test to them. But I believe they'll do a good job. Something commendable.
All right. So you have no reservations. You're assured. You've assured yourself, and from what you are seeing, unaona itakuwa free and fair.
It will be free and fair.
All right.
It will be free and fair.
Swali la pili ama la tatu ama acha niache Patricia.
I just wanted to understand because you're saying it's a matter of trust. Actually, that is true. But of course, trust is built with time and with whatever things that we are doing. I would like to understand, have you ever had any doubts with IEBC before?
Yes, before, before there were some doubts, because if somebody can tell you that I don't know who won, then that's a permanent doubt. Because if you are the referee and you say that you don't know who won, there must be a doubt. But I think with the current chair who is elected, I think he will do a commendable job because he's a guy of himself. I know him personally.
All right.
I know him personally. So
Erastus Ethekon.
I know
the chairman.
Ethekon. I know Ethekon. I know him up to his place. He's from Turkana. I think I've gone up to his place.
Familiar with the place.
I'm familiar with the place.
Aye. Sawa. In regards to and this is a question that a lot of Kenyans ask.
Yeah.
Now that you've actually been an MCA,
yes,
and you know the inner workings of county assembly,
yeah,
maybe you can define for us the roles and responsibilities, because we know what the constitution says about MCAs, but for you, you can, because you were there, ulikuanga hapo kwa ground. What is the purpose of an MCA? What is the work of an MCA?
First of all, I think the major work of an MCA is a representation.
Okay.
You represent your people. Then also you have the oversight. You have to oversight and keep the governor on check, because whatever is given from the national government, that's trickling down to the county. It's the MCA who is supposed to check,
right?
Put on check. So if the governor is not properly put under check, I think things will to go well. So that's the first. Second, or under representation.
Yes,
that's the major one, because I represent my people. Like now, I'm vying to be the MCA for Kariobangi North. So the major thing that I do is to represent them.
Okay.
I represent them in the county assembly,
yeah,
and at the same time, I have to do my work in the area where where I'm elected to represent.
Yes.
That is Kariobangi North.
Citizens will always, blame our politicians for things that have gone wrong within their areas. Let's even go back to the ward. Kuna barabara pale zinakaanga vibaya. Sewerage haiko sawa, maybe maji haifiki kwa nyumba za watu. Is that your responsibility in terms of representation, or so nikikuja nikwambie mheshimiwa manze hii barabara inakaa vibaya, wewe utafanya nini? Because I don't think you have funds that you can say okay, hii barabara itengenezwe kesho. Is that your responsibility? Because a lot of Kenyans will actually say MCA tata tumuonangi hakujangi huku ona barabara zetu. Mlolongo, I think uliona sometime early this year, or is it late last year, mheshimiwa wa huko alishikwa akatembeshwa kwa maji ya takataka kwa sababu watu walikuwa wanasema umetu abandon sana. Is that your work as an MC?
Yes, of course. And that's why you are representing.
All right.
If you are elected as a county assembly member to represent a certain area, it's not that you only represent in the assembly. You are the network for that ward.
Okay. So
you network both in the county and nationally. So if you are a leader, you need to network from the county and to the national. If we have categories of roads, we have category of maybe sewer lines.
Okay.
Maybe there's one that belongs to the Kura or Kera is under national. So if there's one that is faulty in your area, you need to contact the national government so that it is rectified.
All right.
So it's a responsibility of an elected
MCA
leader to see that your area is fully in place. Now, and everything is done.
I want to understand that process,
yes,
so that
yes,
even Kenyans can understand the importance of electing someone who's competent enough.
Yes.
When we come to you as your ward people, your ward members, your constituents in the ward, and we tell you that our road is in this situation, wewe mwenyewe unajionea. So what do you usually do? Do you go back to the county assembly and talk to Sakaja and you tell Sakaja kuna ile barabara pale Kariobangi inakaa vibaya, or do you go to Kura or Kera or Kenha? Who do you go to?
In every society there are things that in every home there are things put in order. As in, if you come to the Nairobi City County,
yes,
we have departments.
Right.
We have road departments, we have works department, every department is there.
Okay.
So if it is under electricity, I'll go to the electricity department because they are the people who are concerned with the electricity. If it is roads, I go to the roads department.
Right.
And if it is above the county, I'll go to Kera. Or I'll go to national government if it's under the national government.
Right.
But mostly, if it's a department that's concerned with what is done, what's supposed to be done in my ward,
yes,
I just walk straight to that department. Then I talk to them.
Yeah.
Then the job will be done.
Well, sometimes back we've been having issues of MCS with the county executive. in many areas. We have seen so many county assemblies trying to push for allocations from the budget in any county. But then you realize that some are saying that unless you are a favorite of the governor, the county executive,
or the president,
of the president of the county, there are some of the opportunities. There are some things you will never do.
Mheshimiwa, allow me to ask you to put it on silent.
Yes.
Just put it on silent, please.
There are some privileges you will never get to serve your people. So I want you to tell us or give us maybe an example if you have ever experienced that. Like you had to go and you have to sweet talk your governor for you to be given to be allocated funds to do some development in your county.
Martine served under Dr. Evans Kidero.
Yes.
So maybe you can also reference that if need be.
Let me tell you something. Once you are elected, you are an elected leader. Even the governor is elected. You are all elected leaders.
Yes.
But since the governor is the president of the county, you have to work under that governor and you give him the maximum respect that he deserves.
Right.
Because as your senior and as your president, you will go lie low to him so that even your area is developed.
Okay.
Like an example, now we have Sakaja in Nairobi. He's the president of Nairobi. I have to work with him so that development is done in my area. If you don't work with your governor, what do you expect?
So again, the question that she has asked. So it's because we're trying to, I don't know, do I call it demystify or confirm?
Yes.
Wanasema if you're not, like tuliona after elections, this gentleman, what's his name? A very good friend of mine, Jalango. Jalango alianza to get cozy with the president. And I remember he got a lot of backlash from ODM at the time.
Yes.
Hata wakaanza kumwambia wewe hata utaona second term and so on and so forth. Pia wakaanza kumwambia ni mtu wa one term. Do I have, if I'm an elected MP of this area or an elected MC of this area, do I really have to be friends with Sakaja to ensure that my area gets development? Because the people in this area have got a constitutional right. Mheshimiwa naona yeye ni kama ijeko silent. Ama uizime kama inakataa kuingia silent. Haya. Do I have to be friends with Sakaja for my area to actually get development? Because the people of this area have a right to those roads we are talking about, to the electricity and any other amenity that they deserve.
Anyway, let's divide this thing into two.
Okay.
We have Sakaja as the governor of Nairobi.
Right.
Who is doing his job properly.
Okay.
Then we also have party. When you are elected to represent an area, like now I'm vying on an ODM ticket.
All right.
I must be loyal to my party. That loyalty matters a lot. Because if you are not loyal to your party, then you remember the case of Oroba. Because she was not loyal to the party. You have to be recalled back. So if you are, first of all, you have to be loyal to your governor, who is your president, and work together with him. Because if you are not loyal to your governor, that means even your area will not be developed. Okay. Because it's the governor who allocates. Remember, in the year 2013,
so the governor punishes those who are not loyal to him.
Not punishing at such, but loyalty. If you are loyal, you win. Okay. You win if you are loyal. Remember, I want to take you down in 2013, 2017.
Right.
Our WDF, the World Fund, we were giving every project. They were going at 13 million to 16 million.
Right.
Now they have been raised to 23 million per project.
Okay.
You see, so per year, per ward can be given at least 2 or 3 projects.
Okay.
But if you are not loyal, if you don't work with your governor, do you think you will be given this project? You won't, because you are not loyal. But to an extent, I'm seeing a situation where, not that you go underdo the governor, but if you represent your people, you work with the person who was elected like you. Because if I'm not loyal to you, that means I disrespect you. I don't respect you. I disrespect. But if you disrespect me, do you think I'll work with you?
Well, sometimes it's not a matter of disrespect. Sometimes it's a matter of a governor is also a human being like you, and sometimes they also might be wrong in some area. So word has it that when the governor is wrong, most of these MCAs will not correct him because they fear that they will not be given funds, they will not be supported in developing their wards. And my question will be, is this constitutional?
Yes, to some extent. To some extent, it's not constitutional, but also it's constitutional. Because these things are, the funds are allocated across the board. Because in Nairobi, you have 85 wards in Nairobi. So if it's a matter of allocation through the budget committee, they allocate funds equally to these 85 wards. So it is the budget committee, not the governor.
Okay.
I'll still protect the governor.
Okay.
Not the governor, but the budget committee. Who is allocating the funds per ward, per year. It's the budget committee, not the governor. So it's not a matter that you be loyal to the governor. No. The governor is just there as the president of the county to see what is happening within the county. And you know, there are some funds and there are some projects that are done direct from the governor's office.
That's what we are talking about now.
Yes, there are some that are done through the governor's office, not through the budget office, but through the governor's office. But all the projects that are done in every ward in Nairobi County, they must be budgeted for through the budget committee, not the governor. So it's not that you must be loyal to the governor so that the projects are done in the
Well, you know, I want to liken this situation with what we have been seeing in our country right now. It has been that if you're not for the government, we have seen those areas that have been always for the government, they get development. But those areas that have always been against the administration of the day, they've not been getting that support. We have been seeing, actually. So that's why I want to liken that with that.
But that was not only in Nairobi, not only in Kenya. It is in all African countries. Go even to Uganda. Go even to Tanzania. If you don't support the government of the day, the development is cut.
So it's an African problem.
Yeah, it's across the board.
Yeah. Because we don't see that in advanced democracies such as the United Kingdom.
Yes.
We don't see that in Germany. We don't see that in America.
Yes.
In America, people will demand for their rights and they will get them regardless of whether they're Democrats
I voted for you, I didn't vote for you.
Or Republican.
Yeah, if I didn't vote for you, I'll get those resources because that everything will trickle down as per the government regulations that are laid down. But in Africa, you support me, I support you. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. If that's happened, not only in Kenya, it's over.
And so that is the way to go for Africa.
But you know, Africa, we are still not developed. We are developing, not developed. We are developing.
So what can we do to change that? Because if we're being honest, there are some places that have never, ever seen, for example, my grandmother in Kitui, alikufa kama hajapata stima kwake.
Yes.
Yeah. And yet she's very less than a kilometer from the main road where the electricity line is in Apita. And I'm sure other people listening to me will probably have a similar story. 62 years after elections, kuna mtu kwake bado hana tapped water. Yet they probably live next to a river or next to a lake or next to an ocean.
Yes.
Kuna watu mali wako saizi barabara hazijakuwa tarmacked. 62 years after independence, they have never had a tarmac road. And it is because when our leaders, whether aspiring or elected, the ones who have already been elected or the ones who are aspiring to be elected, you will hear them in funerals, in rallies, in weddings and other public events saying, lazima tukue kwa serikali. Tuunge serikali mkono ndio tuletewe maendeleo. And that is, I think for me, that is a wrong definition of even the term democracy itself. Because I should be allowed to be against the government. But still, because I'm a taxpayer in this country, shouldn't I get development in my area? My grandmother deserves electricity as much as alikufa sasa. Wale watu wameacha huko wajukuu na watu wengine wamebaki huko sasa watakaa bila stima because her area, the area MP is an opposition MP, or the ward representatives, the MCAs there are opposition MCAs. How can we rectify that?
I think the buck stops with us as a people. One, during elections, we don't choose the right candidates. We go for people who are giving us money to be elected. That's number one. Number two, we do elect party. We don't elect individuals. We go for party. If, for example, I come from Ouma County.
Right.
But I'm in Nairobi now. So if you go back to Ouma County, we'll always go for an ODM candidate. We don't elect a people who are development conscious. So that time will start change. We'll have a mindset. When we'll have that correct mindset of electing the people who are supposed to work for us, that's when we'll have a change in our community. That's when we'll have a development in our communities. But we don't develop because we are electing a people who are self-centered. utasikia mimi baba amenituma. Mimi baba, lakini that thing they're doing on the ground. Makiu, now we are from 1963 up to now.
Yes.
Not only in your place, Mr. Mbuvi. Hata
Yes.
kwetu kule nyumbani ushago kwangu. Mali natoka ushago kwetu kule. Kuna wengine hawana hata stima. Wewe wacha stima. Praise God, saa hizi solar inakuja. Imesaidia watu sana. But hata kwetu nyumbani kule tuko watu kwetu hawana hata stima kwa nyumba zao. Mimi kama Martine niko na stima kwangu because maybe I was blessed. Nikapata pesa nikafuta stima kwangu. Lakini jirani yangu hapa, saa zile nilikuwa naweka stima, nilimdropia kwa sababu hana. Alimwambia mkijana yangu niweke stima, nikamwekea stima. Na jirani yake mwenye anafuata hapa hana. So si kwenyu peke yake, it's all over.
Yeah.
It's all over. But it is because of poor representation. We are electing party, we don't elect people who are development conscious. We are electing individuals who are self-centered. Akienda pale anaangalia, let me not, in Africa,
yes,
we do say that disarm them economically, then continue ruling them. That's what is happening in Africa. Mostly in Kenya. Disarm them economically, continue ruling. Because if I empower you, kesho utasimama na mimi. So nataka you continue to be poor, so that tomorrow I continue ruling you. Because if I give you that money, you'll contest with me tomorrow. Utanitopple. That's what's happening. Yes.
So I like what you've said about, party politics.
Yes.
Being loyal to your party and so on and so forth.
Yes.
And it's a good thing because at the end of the day, that is why it's a party. There's no way you'll be in ODM and be loyal to URP, for example.
Yes.
So how about then we start changing things from the inside? There's a gentleman who sat on that chair. He's called Meshak Kiprop. Meshak is a youth leader within KANU. And he was saying, he was advocating actually for young people to take up positions within their respective parties. So whether it's UDA or ODM and KANU and so on and so forth. And then start changing things from the inside. And maybe we can get rid of that rot. Because what I understand, that's a rot. There's some rotten thing inside parties. Because if I have to be loyal to my party, and then my party has got to be loyal to the government, so that my people can get the services that they deserve and they actually pay for. Don't you agree then that's a bad thing?
No, it is not a rot. Me, I believe in the basics and the ideologies of ODM as a party. Because if you look at the ODM, we have 3 wings in ODM. We have the mainstream, where the main chairman of the certain, like now I'm vying for Kariobangi.
Right.
Kariobangi, we have a mainstream where the main chairman of the ODM party for the ward is 20 people. Then we have another wing that is under Women League. Then we have the Youth Democrats. It is only ODM who knows how this party is supposed to be run. An example, if you see 3 days ago,
right,
we had a meeting at the Chungwa House, at the Orange House. And we called all the representatives of the Youth Democrats at Chungwa House. What was the main theme? We wanted them to be active in all the party activities, both in Nairobi and in fact nationally. Why? Because now we are going to another level where youths are taking over the party. You see? But if you look at other parties, they don't care about the youths. They don't even care about the women. But in ODM, all is taken care of. We are all in the same house. That's why we have the mainstream. We have the mainstream where we are all inclusive.
Right.
Then we have the Women League where women discuss their issues. That's only for women.
And then the Youth Democrats.
Then we have the Youth Democrats.
Okay.
So the youths are all encouraged to be in the party.
All right.
That is ODM, and that's why I like ODM. Its values and ideologies, because everybody's included in the ODM. So if you talk of a rot, maybe in other parties, but not
I know I didn't say that there's a rot in ODM, but I was generalizing all the parties.
Yes.
But Dr. Barak Muluka was here, I think, 2 days ago, and what Dr. Muluka said is in their DNA party, which is the Democratic National Alliance, they are encouraging youth to take over. Na wakasema wao kama wazee wakongwe wa chama wamesema hawatakimbilia viti. Whether ni MCA or MP or whatever. So he was saying that they want to encourage the young people to actually come and take up the MCA positions and the MP positions and the Senate positions, probably even governor, and then God willing, if they can get to the president level, all the best for them. So I was thinking that's a very good strategy, because at the end of the day, it is the youths who are in the streets. It is the youths who are losing their lives in the streets. When we were counting the 60 people that died last year, actually there were 63 that died last year in the maandamano, there was no one above 40 there. They were all young people who actually are fighting for this country. In maandamano on 25th of June, again, the 31 individuals who lost their lives, actually I think there were 15 then, Sabasaba ndio walikuwa 31, all of them were young people, as young as even 12 years of age. Those are the people who are actually dying literally to change this country. Don't you think it's probably even time that every other party, not just DNA, but Wiper, ODM,
yes,
and UDA, waseme sasa, it's time for the youth to actually take over and lead this country forward?
There's my mentor. I like that person most. Na I think I value him so much. Baba Raila Odinga. Anasemanga mtu anaweza kuwa kijana lakini akili ni ya mzee. Unaona? So even if we want to give this youth a chance to lead our country, but do they have the right mindset to drive this country where the country wants to be? You know, you can't compare Kenya and Uganda. You can't compare Kenya and Tanzania in democracy. We are above and we have gone far. So even if you want to give them a chance, then we must check that are they capable? Are they ready to take Kenya to the next level?
Right.
That's number one. Number two, I would say that youths, they are going too fast. Because even if in the family you want to take over from your father, you can't just tell your father that walk out. But you have not been even given the chance, and you have not even given the corners of how to drive the drive the family. So they need to go slow so that we go in step by step. And that's where you see Baba is calling for a conclave.
Right.
So that his youth can be given a direction. The direction on how to lead, on how to take Kenya to the next level.
All right.
Because if they go too fast, then we are going to lose something. We are going to lose a generation. Because
you have actually said mentor, and you know, I like that word mentor. Why I like it is because we can actually have those leaders, the wale wamekuwa hapo, akina Orengo, akina Raila, akina Anyang' Nyong'o. Mentor young people and still lead them into these positions and still mentor them while they are still in positions. Yeah, I'm not saying that Baba shouldn't run for any office. I'm not saying Orengo shouldn't run for any office. It's their right constitutionally to do it. But I'm saying, don't you think it's time? You look fairly young and you can take up a position. Me actually ungekuwa na run for president today, ningekusupport. So what I'm trying to say is it not possible for someone like in the position and the person who's got the kind of brains that Dr. James Orengo has, na aseme, I am going to step back and let me take up Martine here, Paul, who's younger than me, who has got more energy than me, and let me mentor him to be the next governor of Siaya. Let me mentor him to be the next senator of Siaya. Let me mentor him to be the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Raila afanye the same. Achukue mtu kama wewe na aseme, mimi nimechoka, mimi nguvu inaisha. Yeah, but I still love my country. And I can see that the country is clamoring for young people to take up positions. Let me take Paul, who is young enough. Let me mentor him. Let me actually front him in 2027 to be the president of this country. Isn't that a better way to do things?
It is the better way to do that because we are not immortal. We'll all die. And with time, everything is fading. So it is also good to note that I, as Paul, maybe I can mentor somebody to take over from me. But is this person who I want to mentor, is he ready to be mentored? Is he ready to be mentored? And if I mentor this person, will he or she be the person that we need in the society or in the community or in our country?
Right.
But you see, most of the young men, they are too fast to know. Because today you will say, young man, come, I want to teach you something.
Right.
But tomorrow we'll know better than you.
Yes.
That's why you heard of Kibaki saying that jana huko anajua kitu lakini leo unajua zaidi. Because umejua kidogo lakini hiyo kidogo umejua ushaenda past the person who was mentoring you to be somebody. So me, I'll only call for the young people.
Yes.
And mostly the people in the age bracket where I belong up to 35 years. So that they need to go slow. Even if you want to take over from somebody, you can't just go and say that you are all now walk out, I want to take over. No. We go slow because it's a transition. Transition does not go fast. We go slowly. It's a slow process. So that at the end of the day, you take over, they go, and then you take over. Pole. Then also, once you've taken over, then you also mentor somebody to come and take off from you.
Okay. You know, I I want to understand when you say that these people are too fast, they are not slow. Because when I look at maybe the leadership, look at ODM. Yes. We've seen the Honorable Raila Odinga has been there for many decades, let me say so, and still is the one when we talk of ODM, we see Raila Amolo Odinga. We have not seen any other figure yenye tunaweza kusema kwamba this one today can come out and represent ODM in terms of leadership as a young leadership. You get. Again, right now, we have heard Gen Zs saying that they are quite ready for leadership. Yeah? Kitambo, we used to tell the young people that you be the leaders of tomorrow. And they are saying now, tomorrow has never come. Is never coming. Because we are seeing this, the old political faces that we have seen for the longest time. They are still the ones who want to pursue these seats. I just want to ask you, like, for example, where you're coming from right now, do you have competitors who are young who would want to go for this seat?
I think I would say that if it were not Raila, Kenya would have not been where it is today. And we need to appreciate that Mzee. Because to me, I think it needs to be, in fact, everybody needs to appreciate Raila. Because even the freedom that we have today in Kenya, even the freedom of speech, the freedom of demonstration, that maandisi maandamano, imekuja kwa sababu ya Raila. But I think at the end of the day, we can say that he has mentored so many. It's only that, that's why I tell you that youths are too fast. They are going too fast. Because if you see, under ODM, Raila has mentored so many who can be president. We have Simbarati, he's a governor in Kisii. We have Joho. Joho is there. You want to tell me Joho can't be a president in Kenya? He can. We have Najib Balala. We have Anyang' Nyong'o is there. Wanga is here. Gladys Wanga is here. Those are people who Raila has mentored. Go even to Mount Kenya. We have Kuria. Moses Kuria was Raila's PA. Raila has mentored Moses Kuria. I was with Kuria in Raila's office when Kuria was the PA. Me, I was also there as a young man in Raila's office. So I think Raila has mentored so many. It's only that, there's what we call passion, a passion and a vision. A passion that if you have a passion for power, then you will go for it. If you have a vision to be the president, you go for it. What made Ruto to be the president? Because he had that vision and passion to be the Kenyan president. And it's Raila who made Ruto to be the president. Because after Raila said, because we were at Intercontinental Hotel, then Raila at the roundabout, hapo kwa roundabout ya parliament, akasema tunaenda Kasarani. Na Kasarani ikiwa Kasarani, hiyo orange itakuwa ni party. That was the emergence of ODM, orange as a party. It emerged from there. We were going to Kasarani, akasema kama Kasarani itakuwa Kasarani, hiyo ODM hiyo orange itakuwa ni party. Why? And hapo ndio akatoka na Ruto hivyo na mpaka Ruto akakuwa president. So Raila's mentored. So it's only that Raila Amolo Odinga will mentor you to be somebody in the community. But if you don't have passion and vision, you go down. You go down. Yes.
Yeah. And I'll still pick up from what Patricia has said.
Yes.
I am sure, because you've told us there's a youth Democrat, there's a youth league within ODM.
Youth Democrats.
Youth Democrats, yes, within ODM.
Within ODM.
And I'm sure in that youth Democrat, in that group of youths, hamwezi kosa mtu mwenye ata take over easy positions zingine as the others get older and older. Yes. Someone like Professor Anyang' Nyong'o. I mean, after governorship of Kisumu County, what next? Yeah. Is he still going to come back aanze kumenyana na the youth bado wenye wanataka hizi positions? And you see, that's the problem that the youth are saying and they're projecting. They're saying that wale wazee wamekuwa pale sana. Yeah, wako na maarifa mengi, hatukatai. Wamefanya kazi mingi. Raila, we can't even pay him back for what he has done for this country. However, pia yeye anaweza ondokea na Anyang' Nyong'o pia anaweza ondokea. James Orengo akimaliza governorship yake ataenda wapi? Atakuja patana kumenyana na the young people. See, that's what people are asking. Mentor someone who will take over from your position, not just in national government or other national politics, but also in party politics. Mentor someone, even you, once you're done with MCA, because I'm sure you don't want to be an MCA for the rest of your life. I'm sure you have ambitions of maybe becoming even a governor or a senator or a member of parliament or even the president. But will you have left someone hapa chini mwenye ata take up ile kazi umekuwa ukifanya na aiendeleze? Ndio na wewe ukifika ile level nyingine unatafuta ukuwe umekuwa mentored na wenye wako juu yako. So basically what the youth are saying in very many stories is that they need the old people to vacate so that they can take up leadership positions, because so far they have failed them, you know, even before the youth wanajaribu kusema. Anyway, that's a conversation for a different time.
There's also one person here asking a question. Asking, you said that you were in leadership during Kidero's time, and they are asking, how different is the leadership between Kidero and Sakaja, and what can work for Nairobi and what is making Nairobi not thrive in terms of development?
The difference between Kidero's era and Sakaja's era, I think these guys, they worked the same. Because if I compare Kidero and Sakaja, I think their ideologies are the same. Because we saw a lot of development during Kidero's time. We saw markets were built, roads were constructed. The same as Sakaja is doing the same. So I don't see any major difference between the rule of Kidero and the rule of Sakaja. They are all the same. They are the same because they have done development. Sakaja is developing Nairobi. Kidero developed Nairobi. Just that. Yeah. So they are the same.
So you would be just okay with also with Nani governorship, Sakaja's governorship?
Yeah, I'm okay with Sakaja's governorship because he's the governor of today. And once elected as MC of Kariobangi, I'll be the first person to start working with Sakaja because he's the governor of today.
Someone is asking, is it possible for the former MCA to be asked to give his view on the assembly wrangles, where we have seen an assembly divided into sections? In some counties, currently like Isiolo, Nyamira, we have 2 clerks, 2 speakers. So what fuels such cracks, and what transpires when the MCAs go to bed with the executive side? Yeah. So basically anauliza what happens ndio ma MCA mnaanza kugombana kule ndani, mna take different sides, unapata sasa maspika ni wawili pale ndani. We saw what happened to Beatrice Elachi when she was speaker of Nairobi. Shida inakwanga wapi?
I think politics is a matter of interest. There are a lot of interest in politics. So, you know, if somebody is selected as a speaker to serve the county as a county speaker, there must be 2 factions because we all have there's opposition and the ruling. So once the speaker can't contain the other side of the party, then his house will not be in order. So it's upon now the speaker to make sure that his house is in order. All the parties, both opposition and the ruling, to support him. That's when even the bills that are tabled in the assembly can go through. But if it's not in good terms with both the 2 parties, then the house must just be in wrangles. So it's upon the speaker now to see on how he's handling both sides. Yeah. Because politics is a matter of interest.
Yes. All right. Yeah. By-elections. Is it too early to have by-elections right now? Or rather too late, to have by-elections? Because we're literally 2 years into, almost 2 years to the election, to the general election. Assuming IEBC gives you a date this year where we'll have the by-elections, what can the elected leaders, what can they achieve in those 2 years that are remaining?
Like me, I think I'm vying to be elected as an MCA for Kariobangi North. It's a short period. But you know, the people of Kariobangi needs representation. They have to be represented, even if it's a shorter period. You know, as we speak now, we have a caretaker MCA who is taking care of Kariobangi North. But with caretaker, is only taking the information back to the assembly on the issues Kariobangi, what's happening in Kariobangi. But
who's the caretaker?
The caretaker is Honorable Danoria. Danoria of Dandora 4.
Okay.
Dandora 4-5.
All right.
is the caretaker for Kariobangi. But his role now is just to take the information back to the assembly on issues Kariobangi. Kariobangi iko aje? Iko salama. Like yesterday tulikuwa na vita Kariobangi. Hizo ndio vita naweza peleka pale. But on the issues of development, on the issues of trickling of the funds back to the ward, it must come through the representation of an MCA who is representing that area. Because nobody will go to the budget committee to negotiate for Kariobangi so that the funds are taken there, so that development is taken there from the budget committee.
I thought that is the work of the caretaker.
The work of the caretaker, but he also has a ward.
Oh, so
will he defend his ward or will defend Kariobangi? Will defend his ward first. So there must be a full representation for Kariobangi, so that the goodies that are coming from the county government can trickle down to the people of Kariobangi.
How is a caretaker chosen, or what determines someone to be a caretaker?
For somebody to be a caretaker, I think it is chosen by the assembly. And if possibly, I think the caretaker has to come from the same constituency where the deceased came from.
All right.
Yeah.
Do they get any special privileges, like kamshara kanaongezwa kidogo ama because now he's doing
no, it is voluntary.
He's doing double the work.
No, it is voluntary.
Okay.
It's voluntary.
Yeah. Mnafaa mpatie kakitu bwana. Mumuone kando. Anyway,
the other day, I think early this year, we saw MCAs really fighting. They had come to Nairobi. There was some meeting here in Nairobi, and they were really fighting for the issues to do with their pay. Has it really been addressed?
I don't know, because I'm not in that assembly.
Yeah, as an MCA and somebody who has been aspiring to be an MCA, of course because I've sat down with so many MCAs and they complain about the pay and the fact that they are the people on the ground. They claim that they are the people on the ground, and that's why they were pushing for the the CDF. They are the people on the ground. They say that an MCA wakes up in the morning, akienda kuamka hivi, watu wamekamp kwa mlango yake. Yeah, watu wamekamp kwa mlango yake, and they were really pushing, saying that they should be added because they get into their pockets to service the people in their ward. So the question is, are you ready for this? If you are not so sure whether it has been addressed.
There are so many things that are supposed to be addressed under the umbrella of the MCAs. You see, if you go to the National Assembly, the MPs are really taken care of, because if you go for MP post for 2 terms, you are given your pension. But for the MCA, you will work even for 3-4 times, but there's no pension. That's number 1. Number 2, I think this issue of CDF, NG-CDF is supposed to be given back to the MCAs, because MCAs are doing a lot on the ground. You wake in the morning, people are on your door. Everybody's knocking. Na hakuna mtu atakuja kwako ati ataki pesa. Everything is pesa. So I'm sure MCA, hata CDF, in fact inatakana MCAs wapewe. Because MCAs are doing donkey's job on the ground. Hao ndio wanakutana na watu, direct voters. Na MP utapata MCA anaishi na watu kwa ground pale. Na MP hata watu wajui anaishi wapi. Sasa yeye unapata hizo CDF amepata.
When you were MCA ulikuwa unaishi Kariobangi North?
Yes, I was there.
Yeah.
I was in Kariobangi.
Even right now you're there?
No, now I'm in Lakisama.
Okay.
But Lakisama and Kariobangi, they're all the same.
Walking distance?
Yes, just a walking distance. But I tell you, MCA inatakikana wapewe pesa mingi, hata hii CDF inatakana wapewe MCS, kwa sababu MCS wanafanya kazi ngumu sana. Yeah, wanafanya kazi ngumu sana. In fact, ile msara MPs wanapewa, inatakana MCS ndio wapewe.
Okay.
MPs wapewe pesa ya MCA, MCS wapewe pesa ya MP.
Niliona mshahara ya MCA is about what, 140, 144, 150? ama hiyo ni internet ilikuwa inanidanganya. How much does an MCA earn?
I don't know, but I think it is below 100,000.
During your time, what was an MCA making?
It was 70,000. Ikikata unakubaki na kitu 40,000.
Ngoja kidogo. Turudi hapo nyuma kidogo. During your time as an MCA in 2013 to 2017, what was your salary as an MCA?
Anyway, they say it's around 300,000, but it's facing deductions.
Okay.
So after deductions, uchukue loan kidogo, utabaki na shilingi 40.
So lakini mlikuwa mnapatiwa 300.
300 untaxed.
Untaxed.
Once it is taxed, utabaki na less than 100,000.
So gross is 300
because it is facing SHA iko hapo, NHIF sijui NSF sijui what hizo zote.
But hii ni kila mtu analipanga hiyo.
Kila mtu analipa statutory deductions.
Hizo lazima mtalipa, mupende msipende.
So we are I'm advocating for MCS to be paid a good amount of money so that they can also take care of the people on the ground, because you know if you go back to the ground, asubuhi saa 11 watu wamenok mlango yako,
ndio
na wako kwako, wanataka kunywa chai kwako, wakule lunch kwako, jioni pia unaona. Na tena mtu akikuja kwako ako na shida ya ugonjwa, sijui what ni MCA ndio anafanya nini, ana take care of that. So in fact the national government should take care of the MCS mostly, because MCA ndio imebeba the backload stuff with the MCA.
If you happen to be re-elected come the by-election, and again like I said, we wish you all the best, what are some of the issues you think you will help people of Kariobangi North with?
First of all, I think I know what Kariobangi entails. That is a same Islam. Kariobangi is a same Islam area where most people believe and live on hand to mouth. So I think the living standard in Kariobangi is too low. There are some who are living below $1 per day. So we need to uplift the living standard of those people. Mostly, you know, there's a very high rate of unemployment in our country. And people of Kariobangi not left behind. The youths wako hapo tu. Unapata vijana asubuhi, unasikia MCA mambo ya mboka vipi? So hiyo mambo ya mboka unajua ni kazi. Vijana wanataka kazi. So I have to see on our vijana wanapata kazi at least. See hata not specifically they must work at the county. Once a leader, you are a leader. Niongee na Wahindi industrial area, wengine waingie huko wafanye kazi huko. Na chenye naongea saa hii si ati sijafanya, nimefanya. I have more than 100 youths who are working in Kariobangi just because of me. So
and this is when you are not even elected.
Not even elected.
Okay.
I've done it. So I think I'll continue with that job so that at least we uplift the living standard of our people in Kariobangi. That's number one. Number two, I think the issue of bursary, I'll not dwell on that because that is a right. It's somebody's right. And it has to go to the less privileged people in the economy, in the community. So I'll look for the most needy so that they get that bursary.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there like something specific you feel is like a passion project? For example, we see someone like President Ruto amesema housing, by the time he's done with presidency, whether it's 1 term or 2 terms, he will ensure that watu wamepata manyumba. We saw President Uhuru, legacy yake tunaweza sema ni SGR na maybe expressway. President Kibaki yake tunajuanga ni Thika super highway. Yako kama MCA, do you have a passion project you're saying this one, if I get a second term and even if I don't come back ever again, hii lazima nita accomplish?
Yes, I'll accomplish the issue of unemployment, because you know if you want to empower somebody, umfundishe kushika samaki, si umshike samaki umpatie. So I believe in Kariobangi have more than what is desired for the youths. So youths have to empower youths. In fact, that's my first agenda. I have to empower youths. Ndio nikishapata vijana wamepata kazi, ajira, they be self-reliant. Hiyo ndio my agenda number 1. Leave alone issue ya empowerment ya wamama kwa biashara yao, hizo ziko hapo. But I want to empower youth in Kariobangi. Because I don't, you know, an idle mind is the house of a devil. It's the devil's workshop.
Yes.
So once I'm done with that, I think I shall have done something good for Kariobangi.
All right.
Yes.
You know, before he leaves, let me ask him about this issue of recalling of leaders. MCS tumewaona wamekuwa wakiwa katika mstari wa mbele sana in impeaching the governors, the executive wa county. We have never seen that. We do not have a clear plan or way of recalling MCS who are not working for their people who have elected you. Umechaguliwa alafu unahama, unatoka unaenda kuishi Runda juu pesa zimeongezeka. And then now Kenyans are like, how can we also be able to recall these people? What is your take on recalling of MCS who are not performing in their wards?
I think it is supposed to be done just as the same way the MCS are impeaching governors. They are also supposed to be impeached by their respective voters. They are supposed to be impeached, because if you don't perform, then why were you elected? We need to perform, and performance is supposed to be our scorecard. So an MCA who is not performing is supposed to be recalled. So I'll support that. If you don't work, if you don't perform, if you don't do your oversight role, then you are supposed to be recalled back so that they elect a person who can represent them fully and give them what they are supposed to get.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So what's your final word for the people of Kariobangi North?
I think my final word is that we are going for an election, a by-election. Very soon in the next 3 months, I think we'll go. We are just waiting for the date to be announced. So I'm just calling for the people of Kariobangi to give me a second chance so that I can represent them. But I say that I'll serve them with all my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give them equal chance.
Yep.
Because we are in a metropolitan state.
Mm-hmm.
And a metropolitan community where all tribes are in. Because Kariobangi is in Nairobi, and Nairobi constitutes of all tribes in Kenya. So I'll serve them equally without looking at color, race, or tribe.
How many
serve them equally.
How many people are vying against you? Ama uko unopposed so far?
No, I'm not unopposed. In ODM, I think we are 2 because I have to go for a nomination. So that's why I'm also even calling for my party to give us free and fair nominations so that if I sell through, the other colleague will support me. I want him to support me.
Na uko pia Kariobangi mko kadhaa wenye wanataka hiyo.
Yeah, wako. Wiko watu wa DCP, wiko watu wa Jubilee, wako. So paper 1, I have to go through ODM first.
Yes. Then now uende umenyane kwa.
Niende nimenyane ya mwisho. So hapa kwa ODM na ngamba tu watu wa Kariobangi. Kwa ODM wanipatie so that I represent ODM, the party that I love most.
So
that nastamenyana nao. But I'm sure wakinipatia hapa pale mbele, nitaangusha hao wangwana.
Itakuwa rahisi.
Nitawaweka chini, itakuwa rahisi.
You've been there before. You've done this.
Yes.
Sawa.
Yes.
This is where we come to a close. Thank you so much, Paul Martine, for this very much needed conversation, especially about internal politics za the parties. And we are getting, every day we're getting small insights about what is the inner workings of power.
What happens in these parties and power,
The inner workings of power.